3-4 years ago, I brought Daniele on the mat. He loved it. Then I met Ismail through the International Budo Federation in Germany 5 years ago. I put them together. A dream team was formed. Certified Training Center was formed in Germany. First one, mainland Europe. They made it happen. The first certified instructors in Germany. Amazing. So, episode 13. Today I'm going to do a Gracie version of sparring with a voiceover. So I'm going to spar with these two guys for a few minutes, and then after I'm going to look it over and I'm going to give you my feedback on what's going through my mind while I'm rolling with two crazy German blue belts. Okay? So who wants to go first? Bob. Okay, my friends. Now they have strict instructions to go hard.
Starting on the back mount, that's our chapter for this year. I like my turtle forward roll. A lot of times I get the knee bar out of it, but Ismail has seen it before. Driving his weight for side control. I don't mind getting mounted. Limp arm, completely relax the arm, there's no resistance. As you notice, I have my eyes closed. I like to do that just to slow down my breathing, get into my Zen mode. Sometimes I attack if I see a chance for a sweep. Single leg sweep right there. Now I'm trying to drive my hip forward. Try to be heavy. Pass his goal, his guard. Control the side mount. I like to go knee on stomach. That's my favorite attack. He's blocking it. So I'm giving him a little space to roll out. Punch mom through for an armbar. He turns into me. Smart move. And mount. And heavy hips. So from here I like to do my knuckle choke. Typically always creates a reaction. Hands come up. Boom, I slide up. Try to get underneath the elbows. Fold my foot in. Keep it nice and tight. There's the arm, but he goes with me. Smart move. Rolls out of the armbar. Let him have the twisting arm control. Steps over. Actually steps between my legs so he can take the back. I'm slipping out. And turning into the guard. He's going for the De La Hiva. I don't mind. I typically get a knee bar on that one too. Try to grab the foot, pull it through, but he's seen it also. He knew it was coming. Back mount. In the back mount I'm trying to stay calm, trying to control at least one arm, just trying to slide my back to the ground. I don't even mind giving up the mount. Completely limp arm. Trap and roll. Once I got the arm completely locked up, yeah, he's going for a scissor sweep right here. Boom. Kind of go with the flow. Now he made a big mistake right there. He reached really deep with his arm underneath my armpit. I blocked the arm, locked it up, rolled him out, and now I'm in a modified headlock position with an Americana lockup. And now I'm just driving my weight into him, trying to wiggle out. It's too heavy. He didn't tap on the Americana, he just tapped strictly on my weight.
When you're ready.
So we got lucky. Javier Vazquez was in the house today.
Showtime Vazquez.
So I asked him to give me a roll. He didn't mind. So basically when I go with like a high-level guy like Javier, my main focus is just to really relax, enjoy the roll, and not to exhaust. I want to be able to roll with these guys for a long time and be competitive. He is locking me up in a shoulder lock. I'm going with the flow. Otherwise, he would have tapped me right there. Very sneaky. I didn't see coming. He tried to put my hand behind my back. I just slipped the wrist out. Saved myself from another submission right there. So, again, my main focus is I'm always focusing on my breathing. Don't get exhausted, don't get exhausted, don't get exhausted. Yet try to move around and be a challenge to these guys. Again, obviously Javier is top of the line jiu-jitsu guy, grappler. You know, I outweigh him probably by at least 50 pounds, but at least 40, 50 pounds. So that certainly helps. Here I'm doing a crossover escape, but he's sunk in the gi choke right there. Trying to roll out, he's holding me right there on the tricep. 90% of the time I roll out of that choke. Not with our good friend Javi. Boom, got caught, learned another lesson. So we carry on. He locks up that shoulder lock again. He gets a sweep out of it. I end up on the bottom. I have to go with it. Once he locks it up, it's very tight. You just got to go with the flow. So again, you know, even with higher belt people, I don't mind getting mounted. You know, I like the challenge. I want to see what they do from there. Boom. I try to set up the trap and roll and switched it to a hip thrust on the other side. Javi changes immediately to a knee bar. Again, got lucky that I scoot out of it. Lots of movement from Javi. He's like all over me, very tight, very, very snug. You know, most jiu-jitsu practitioners don't have that tightness. Javier has. Here we go. He went for the arm bar. We're keeping it playful. We're both laughing. You know, we're enjoying the roll. So I hadn't rolled with Javi for a long time, so it was boom. He's setting up a heel hook there, foot lock. As long as my foot is straight, I'm okay. But now he's going to put some pressure, pulling it. He got his blade under my heel a little bit. Maybe he could have finished it, but I know he wouldn't rip it, so I wasn't too concerned. He lets go, kicks me. I go with the flow, gets the sweep. So a lot of times, what I do is when people go for sweeps, or you know, if I feel the energy go one way or the other, I just kind of like to go with the flow and see where it takes me. So I like to hang out on the side, keep my arms really close. My hip thrust is my favorite escape. And again, I don't mind working from the bottom. Now I'm going to set up the hip thrust there in a minute. I'm going to defend the choke right here. I'm going to sink in my arm really deep behind my head right now. If I stay there, maybe he can, you know, choke through my forearm. Not anymore at this point. And as soon as he lets go right now I'm free to go for the escape. There it is. But you know, again, he stays on top of me, doesn't hardly give me any room to move. You know, now he goes on his back. Javi, very playful. You know, doesn't mind giving up side mount or mount situation. So, you know, he always likes to see what I can do on top. He tried to go for like a deep half guard sweep. I sprawled out, made myself heavy. Here, safe hands again. Really nice safe hands. Very annoying. He's controlling my wrist. Doesn't really let me control him. You know, I'm trying to get in deep, transitioning to the mount. He goes right for the heel drag. So it's a very fun, very technical roll. Trying to walk up the hand for an arm triangle. How he gets the arm out, boom. Now he's going for the heel drag again. And now I know with his elbow, he got the elbow escape and there was the buzzer. So, real fun roll. He's a real cool guy. Again, my main focus is, roll with these guys for as long as you can. Try to stay competitive, but not to the point where I'm like completely, Daniele jumps right on my back. This is what we've been working on the back mount. So, yeah, I'm trying to be patient. Put my hands over the top. Peeking for his feet because he's been crossing his feet. See, he's crossing, bump. There it is. And it's game over. Make a mistake like that.
There it is.
To get punished. Won't do it again. He's switching to an arm bar. Keeping my arms nice and tight. Slip my elbow to the ground. Escape. So Daniele's lengthy legs. He has a very good open guard. He's gotten very sneaky with his chokes. Nice little sweep there. Ankle grab. He steps over to the full mount. Daniele and Ismail, super legit blue belts. I have to be on my toes with them at all times. Here Daniele is trying to choke, but I got his right arm pretty well isolated, so I'm not too worried. Now he's trying to switch to an arm bar, and I'm just keeping really tight, keeping my arm tight. He's trying to flip-flop around a little bit, trying to loosen up my arms, but there's a lot of motion there, a lot of movement from one side to the other, so that's nice. Here he gets caught in a top knee sweep, boom. I get on top, half guard. He's going to lock it up right now. I'm going for a tripod, half guard pass. Once the knee is free, set it down to the ground, slide it out. Done. I'm trying to establish a side mount, but Daniele is playing the smart hands really well, so he constantly has a little bit of distance there, enough to get his legs in. He almost gives me a knee bar here. My angle was just a little off. He's doing a really good job right now climbing up on top, defending it. Now he's going to sprawl out. Boom, I let go. Really good defense right there. So both Daniele and Ismail have learned how to use their weight, stay tight on top. So they're already making me work a lot more than I would like to. Now here he's trying to set up an anaconda choke. I know he needs to sit back in order to finish it. I'm ready for it. I go with it, but he catches me with his top leg. It was almost enough for me to tap, but boom, I slip out the back door. And great roll. These guys for blue belts, amazing. A lot of skills right there. So congratulations to these two guys, and it was always fun to have them at the academy.